Hello, greetings, commanders. How are we all today in this fine money? This fine Monday. I am Stephen Benedetti, one of the community managers here on Elite Dangerous, and I am with the fantastic Will Flanagan, community manager here on Elite Dangerous as well.
Hello.
Hello, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right.
You good?
It feels like ages since I've been on a live stream.
It has been.
I say that every time.
I know, it's like because you're on them so much at one point.
Yeah, it was like on them every week. Dress down Monday, is it? How dare you?
You've dressed down. Oh, got the shirt on. Well, it's the hat, I think, for me. But just say hello to everybody, and well, to a couple of people in the chat. We've got Waz481, Andre Niemand, Blue Stringray 895, Natari Anna, Zulu Romeo, Snowdog PR, Stuart Kids 1, Interest Fusion, Shotgun 3301, Interest Fusion again was 48, Rosetta Stone, and many more. Welcome all. Thank you for joining us on our wonderful live. That was the first time I've went through the whole chat with one breath.
Well done.
That was not bad.
Do breathe.
Isn't it?
Don't forget to breathe. We also have Zulu Romeo, Films by Nick, Commander Thatchino, Commander Taz 101, Commander Saber 84, Jack Little, Commander Orange Phoenix, and Vincent.
Far impressive. I've got a long way to go to on that level. Breathe, relax.
Right.
So yeah, we're here on another Monday live stream where we're doing a kind of little let's play where I am in my personal account and I'm going about to try and gain influence with the Alliance. But before we do that, we're going to sit and talk about a couple of things that have been going on.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you what's been going on?
What?
You tell me.
So
I know, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I like that you actually pulled that thing out. So last week we released the second patch for the January update.
Yes.
So that came with a couple of fixes, one of them being the stuttering issue for consoles, and that should now be resolved. But as always, if you do continue to have any issues, any issues, please get in contact through our issue tracker or maybe some stuff in the forums for us. But one of the big topics that has been discussed recently, and I've seen a few videos about it, a few conversations, is the changes that have came with the mining. So, previously mining void opals was quite lucrative. There were quite high demand for them, so there was quite a high sale rate. So the supply and demand for that. So what we wanted to do is to introduce a new kind of supply and demand and kind of get it more of a proper working economy for the galaxy to keep that going out. So. Just obviously there's some discussions and conversations about it. We wanted to just highlight what those changes kind of are. So we kind of reconfigured the higher end minerals to try and abide to a certain supply and demand. So this is kind of more dynamic and it works through players' input. So and also what's happening on in the stations. So if you go to a colony economy, there's not as much high demand for them as whereas you'd go to a refinery.
Where they're using them, they're constantly for production and things like that, yeah.
So this is to try and kind of create more of a substantial economy where the things are happening in the States and in the galaxy, where at the time the supply and demand comes in. So that was the big kind of change that went off there. Now we have seen some comments about it and feedback, and please know that we are taking that into account. We are communicating with the development team and making them aware of all the different discussions and threads around it. So we appreciate everybody's done that. But that's really nice. It's cool to see that the economy, the rework, everything is sparked this big discussion amongst the community for different things, and I think it gives it a wee bit more challenging because one of the interesting facts that I heard now is that a lot of people are going from larger ships to small ships to get more medium pads to kind of move around. And I think it gives that nice experience to move around a lot, which is really good. So this is it's worth mentioning that while we spoke about void opals, it's also a number of other resources as well, commodities. I used to mine a lot of paynite. You're looking off into the distance. The days
of paynite. But it's important to ensure that the game. We pride ourselves of Elite Dangerous. I know it's set in 3306 now. I think. Ooh, don't quote me on that one. I believe it is. I can't even remember this year.
It is 3306.
But we pride ourselves of being a fairly realistic kind of representation of what that age might look like. And so that working with the server guys on the background simulation as well to make sure that there's more states in there that reflect all sorts of different kind of situations that happen in the galaxy. We've seen that with previous updates where we've this one indeed where we've added new states to kind of capture just the spirit of what's going on, to introduce more states that make it less utopian across the galaxy, because everywhere was looking like it was amazing to live in, and that didn't really capture the galaxy that we wanted.
And that's what's quite great, because like even now with the new introductions of the different states, it's like, my state's doing really well. Oh no, there's fear. There's that might go bad.
Yes.
Nothing's good forever. We like to bring realism back into the world, that not everything is great.
Okay.
So yeah, I've seen some comments as well about the fact that other things need balancing, like combat. Like we've always said, Elite Dangerous it's a progressing game. We're continue working on it. We're taking that feedback in. So we're always going to make sure that these comments are passed on to the development team, and we'll discuss how we can do that moving forward. But it is a development as we move forward.
It's worth mentioning, when we have aspects of the game where you can make lots of money doing this thing, so everybody does this thing, and then you mean all the other things that you could do, like combat and exploration and stuff, because say if there's hyperinflation on mining activities, it means that no one really needs to do the other stuff, and it's making sure that those are all aligned so that all kind of activities are viable to do, whether what you like doing is mining or whether you like blowing ships up.
Blowing ships up. I like that. Blowing ships up. I love how my name is being repeated many, many times. As you may have heard from Live Radio, I enjoy my name being said. I actually got on Twitter, I got a song that was just Stephen, and it was just Stephen, 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 Stephen.
It's PH, Sham.
It is PH.
It's PH.
But it's okay. Greetings from Russia. Hello, Russia. How are you doing, guys? How's everybody in the chat? Because this is what we want to do, is also discuss things that are going on in the community, discuss things that are going on in the game, but we also want to hear from you guys and see how you're all doing. We always kind of end up going into discussions with our lunch. We're not going to do that, but how are you? I was getting that point, isn't it? Always leads back. But what we're going to do is we are going to talk about how we're doing in the game and different things that we're doing as well. So right now I'm planning with the Alliance. Somebody was asking, why the Alliance?
Yeah, why the Alliance? Because last I heard, you were all over the Federation.
I was all over the Federation. Classic. I just changed things up. I don't like staying too long. Well, basically, I wanted to change the Alliance because while I was playing, I was kind of looking more into this kind of the lore and information, narrative stuff that was kind of going on in the game, and I really quite like the Alliance, kind of underdog style. And as people may know, I am. Vulture P. I am not a Thargoid. Sorry, Saffron. I am not a Thargoid spy. And Vulture P. What's with the cap? Bad haircut. It was meant to be raining today.
It's just a fashion choice.
It's a fashion choice. I like the cap. I basically thought it was going to be raining and miserable today, and there was a wee bit of rain in the morning when I stayed. And when I came in, it's now all sunny. So that's brilliant.
Okay, there's more we have to talk about though. So yeah, do share your comments with us. We're of course reading them out. We try to read as much as we can. So we've also got Elite Community Meet coming up. That was announced last week.
That's the big. It's so exciting.
News. So Elite Community Meet is a community organised event, and it's they're all my favourites, but it's one of my favourite because it's very much it's a very kind of low key, kind of very comfortable environment. You turn up, you can have a drink, you can play board games, there's loads of activities that go on throughout the day, and you just hang out. You just hang out with each other, so that's the community, but also we come along as well. We're going to be bringing people from the development team as well. There's a lot of interest there. So that is on the April 11th, and this year it's right on our doorstep.
It's right
maybe purposefully so, because hey, maybe if it's in Cambridge, we can get lots of people there.
Exactly.
So this year Elite Community Meet is here in Cambridge on April 11th. There is a website. It's elitecommunitymeet.info where you can find all the details. Honestly, strongly recommend it. If you haven't been to an event before and you're thinking, well, which event do I go to? We've got LaveCon, we've got Elite Community Meet, we've got Fantasticon, we've also got the game convention ones as well. Obviously, my answer is go to all of them. But if you're looking for kind of to dip your toes in meeting other Elite Commanders, Elite Community Meet is a really nice one because it's very, very calm. And
yeah, it's going to be my first one. It's not my first event, but it's my first ECM this year. Which I found out there was one in Glasgow, and I never realised at the time.
Oh yeah, this was back in the day.
Back in the day.
Not my time.
But I really am looking forward to this. Like Will said, it's meant to be just fun, relaxed, playing different games and stuff like that. Apparently, Paige was like the one to beat for Gang Beasts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you'll often find at this event, Paige playing Gang Beasts and me playing Artemis. with a bunch of the devs.
You've got your
which is always a lot of fun. So come to ECM. It's not that far away. So and as Shan mentioned in the chat, tickets are selling fast. They really are. They really are.
Which is amazing. But yeah, no, that's really going to be fun. There's also the one in Texas. They're going to do a Texas meet for that as well. It's just like a beer and drinks kind of thing, just to get the people over on the other side of the pond, get them a nice kind of event to pull together. So it's trying to be as inclusive as possible. So that's really exciting. But not just that. Somebody already said this in the chat, and it stole my thunder.
Oh.
But Operation Hot Mess.
Operation Hot Mess.
You heard of Operation Hot Mess?
I have heard of Operation
If you haven't heard of Operation Hot Mess, it is the Hutton orbital truckers have asked everybody to help defeat the mods, which is not the mods in the chat. It's an acronym for disease. It is. And basically, they're trying to get Hutton mugs throughout the galaxy to try and clear mods. And I can't remember what mod stands for. That's the worst part.
I can't remember.
I tried to remember it off by heart, but basically, if you don't have a mug, you get really sad and depressed, and different illnesses and diseases and stuff. But
so you need a Hutton mug.
You need a Hutton mug. So they are going through there, and right now, from when I saw it, it was 14,262 of the 55,280 mugs have been delivered. So that's 55,280 stations in the galaxy. 14,262 have been delivered already.
Nice.
Which is fantastic, which is 25.8% of the stations of the mug. And that's only been going for 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks, and I think there was a wee hiccup at the weekend with delivering certain stations. We found that issue, resolved that, but that should be going out. Dunkel Aura says, one question, how often can you jump your fleet carrier?
I want to answer that one. Dunkel, this is not a fleet carrier content reveal stream, which we will do and will plan. Yes. So we won't be talking about fleet carriers in this live stream. But you can bet your bottom dollar or pound or whatever currency you use, euro or the others, that we will be talking about that stuff when it comes to that.
It'll be exciting.
Not today.
Just not right now.
Just not right now.
It's exciting. But we're going to keep the mug trend going. We're going to talk more about mugs. There we go. Thank you, Ratcatcher. Mods, it's mug ownership deficiency syndrome. Thank you very much. So there's another interesting mug thing. I don't know if you saw this. There is a gentleman called Andy, who's actually Commander Dog's Breath, has recently departed to Australia's Antarctic base.
Wow.
So he's taking his trusty Hutton mug with him.
In real life.
In real life. And apparently there's been a lot of mugs that have been taken all around the world. So we're trying to get even in the world as well as our galaxy, which is amazing. So with that, they're going to be taking the mug to the Antarctic.
Yeah.
And then when he brings it back, it's going to get auctioned off for charity.
That's amazing. So it's representing the Hutton truckers.
Representing.
All over the world.
And if you're
down in the cold.
Down in the cold with this cold mug.
Antarctic and Arctic.
I think Antarctic is up.
Is up, isn't it? Yeah. Up or down?
Don't know.
It depends where you're standing, doesn't
it? Or geography. It depends. I'll just turn around and it'll be
Which way you're facing? Which way are you facing?
Yeah, so what's the purpose in gaming? I'm not gaining any reputation. Don't do that with the Alliance. It is influence that I'll be gaining today. We're trying to get influence with the Alliance, which is good.
You're just trying to get, allied with them, aren't you?
Yeah, I just like them. I want to have one that's kind of fuller up. I like I like the way it goes. I like a lot of their stations as well. I've been noticing, so I'm going through the struggle right now of trying to find a station to really call my home.
Right. Okay.
Because what I want to do is find a station and get different modules bought so that I have different builds.
Sure.
And have them on one station so that I can go do bounty hunting, so I can do mining, do some a wee bit exploring and make sure it's all there. So I've been jumping through different systems just now to try and find one.
Right, to start to
start what I want. And I think right now I'm going to get, and I've picked the longest name one for some reason, 10 Canum Venaticorum.
10 Canum Venaticorum.
Venaticorum.
What does it mean?
I have no idea. There might be 10 canons or there might be 10 Venaticorums. I don't know. But I'm trying to basically build up with them because I've been there before and they've got kind of good stations and stuff. But I was trying to find a place that has a couple of res sites so I can go and do some bounty as well.
So you've got quite a specific kind of list of things you need. What I would say is that the community, where are you guys based? What are your home systems? Is there a home system that we should check out?
Yep.
hey, maybe we'll end up there in this live stream, or the next, or the next, or the next.
Or the next, or the next, or
Or
the
the
next.
next.
And
It
we're
keeps
happy to do that.
recurring.
It keeps doing it over and over and over again. But no, that's some things that are going on throughout the week. So last week, if you want to ever give us some like news or information, you can always contact us. We're always contactable on Discord, on the forums, all the comments. We do read through them regularly. So if you regularly.
So if you're planning an event or you've got something you want to shout about that you're proud of, let us know. We love showing that stuff off and giving you guys a good old big 07 and a pat on the back.
That's it.
So yeah, shall we play some Elite Dangerous?
Let's play some Elite Dangerous.
Let's play some Elite Dangerous.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. I'm just here.
You're just here for the bit. So what I'm going to do is, because I now have my ship. This is it. I've said this before. I've said this before with the Fairlands, but it was you who said it to me. You were like, I don't like how the cockpit is off centre.
I
with
did
the camera.
put it off you. Put you off it. Now, so just for anyone who isn't aware, historically, Stephen's jumped around a lot of different ships, and that's good because you're exploring the options that you have. You've got commitment issues, ship commitment issues. That's CSCI. That's ship commitment issues.
Ship commission, yeah.
And
is there a mug for that?
There's not yet, maybe. But I often jeer him because I'm like, okay, so you've moved ship again, and before every stream, he was like, okay, I'm gonna change ship this stream, and I was like, oh, so you're changing it again, and you still haven't realised what ship you want.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see, because I think you mentioned, is this a Challenger or a Chieftain you're in right now?
This is a Chieftain.
So now you did mention about a month or two ago, maybe, I'm going to get a Chieftain, Will, and I'm going to stick with it because I think it's the ship for me. And you're still in it.
I'm still in
nice
it.
To see.
And I've been playing about.
It's got a nice kind of symmetrical.
Symmetrical. I can see down it. It's medium size, so I can get to everywhere that I kind of want to go. My cargo space.
So a lot of the community is saying, well, naturally, Jameson Memorial, the Founders World was theirs, their home. You can buy absolutely everything there, so it makes sense to. Dunkel Aura says, buy the cutter, Stephen, best ship in the game. Cutter is love heart emoji for the Empire and the mug. Yes, I mean, I've got a cutter and it's really nice. It's really nice. Caledonius says, I'm located at Cromdub. Paige is located out at the Artemis system. Hello, Paige.
I think I'm going to try.
Armour Elite says, can anyone please give me some advice on engineering as it's part of the game? I'm struggling with it, thanks. What would you like to know about engineering? That is something I've been covering on some of the live streams. So Stephen, I'm going to steal the mouse from you right now.
That's okay.
Because that question has also reminded me about the awesome website that Exegius has launched.
Yes.
I think it was last week. It was last week. So I'm just going to pull that up for you right now. But this is a great site that's very new, but worth checking out because it's got a load of videos about everything Elite Dangerous, and I think he still plans to make lots more, and it give you a load of information about how things work in Elite. So edtutorials.com. It's I'm gonna drop it in chat now. That's not cricket. That's not cricket. That's a bad URL. But it's very, very. Here you go. But I mean, as Kazak says, engineering is a pretty broad topic. What do you want to know about engineering? How can we help?
So we could say what the basic of engineering is. It's basically making your modules.
So improving your modules, and giving them different effects. It's. I think part of it is viewed as once you've got a ship kitted out to the way you want it and to the best of its ability. If you then want to take it to the next level, well, hey, engineering comes in. Oh my God, Harvey Station, Paige Harvey Station.
That was totally intentional.
We planned these live streams. Always pay attention to what the engineers want you to do for the unlocks and what's going on around that. Yeah, there's a number of different engineers, and they all have different I don't want to call them quests because they're not quests, but essentially unlock missions which you need to provide. It might be providing them bounty vouchers, providing them items, things like that. To Doc, Stephen has to admit cats are cool. That'll never happen.
Never going to happen.
Never ever.
Cats terrify me.
Jack
Is that number 1 or number 3?
Jack Little, your text just came in as gold, but everyone else's is white.
Gold. Always believe in your soul.
But I think it's because you're doing some emote.
That's 4. That looks like a 4. There we go. There's my life station.
Any plans for medium Imperial ships in the future? Perhaps an Imperial Explorer of sorts? I wouldn't rule anything out, but planned right now, no. Do you expect anything less? Well, no, you're right, Jack Little, I don't. I expect all of your text to be in gold at all times. I asked because I want to make my Conda have max jump range as I'm planning to explore. So you need to see Felicity Farseer. She will help you heaps with that. Things you can also do is unlock Guardian modules as well. My Asp Explorer's kitted out with a Guardian frameshift drive booster, which adds an extra lot of jump range, and its frameshift drive is also max engineered on both my accounts.
Are they?
Yeah, I've done that twice now.
I think
so. I changed, made my new account.
I think that's what's quite important, is like you need to kind of know, because you need to collect quite a lot of minerals and different things to kind of help you out with it.
Sure.
You kind of need to know what you're looking for and what you're kind of wanting to do.
I'm like a hoover though.
You're a hoover.
I'm a hoover, so I just hoover up any materials I can find, and I just go out on long sessions collecting stuff. And then, you know, I might do missions somewhere. I like to break it up a little bit, but on the live streams themselves, I've kept the content focused on my ones anyway, doing engineering stuff. So what are you doing right now?
So I'm just looking for a kind of a bounty mission of sorts to go and try out.
Is this a place you feel at home?
I'm getting there. I'm starting to understand like the way it kind of works in different stations and where we're going. I'm still not 100% found. I've still not really found out where I want to stay. So I'm trying to go into different sessions, take different missions to jump into them to try and find out what kind of places they have and what stations they have. Because I'm not a big fan of landing ports just because it takes a wee bit longer to get to.
Sure.
I know they're really good and you can get a lot out of them, but if
as long as there's some around.
As long as there's someone around,
you can.
There's somewhere else just to kind of drop off. So we're going to go and try this one, I think.
Don't forget, Elvira Martuk is able to engineer FSD and is easier to unlock. That is true. She can.
Hey-oh.
There was a question. So always late 233. Will we ever see some overall balancing regarding weapons and defensive modules in the predictable future? I would say don't rule anything out because we're always looking at aspects of the game that need attention. Right now, in a kind of plan and things we can talk about on that front, there's nothing in that plan. But what I would say is don't rule it out. It's just not planned for the initial updates that we have coming. There was another one here. Same Harbinger 421. Any new ships in the work, perhaps? If we were going to reveal a new ship, we wouldn't do it on this live stream. We would wait and make a big splash about it. Lots of different teams involved in that sort of thing. So it isn't just all of these reveals don't just rely on us on the community team. There's a whole publishing team that work together to make sure that, hey, if we're chatting about a ship and how great it is, we want everyone to know, not just the community, but people who might have not jumped on Elite Dangerous yet or something like that. So.
Yeah, and that's one of the quite important things. We get the best job because we get to tell everyone.
We get to tell everyone.
We're like, it's going to happen. And then we get to tell it, so that's fun. So we've got another one. Will Void Opals be dropping in value anytime soon? As we said, the rework with the, we said at the start of the stream, there's been a rework with the mining and there's more of a supply to demand depending on the economy. So it kind of depends where you're going, what type of economy you're going to. Like a refinery might want them a bit more. But we are again taking the feedback from people and seeing if we can develop that any further. But yeah, that's all we've got to say for the mining stuff just now.
Tecton says, is this really live? It's 7:30 in the morning here. The heck? No, but we knew you'd come into the chat and say that. We are programmed. No, we are live. Where are you, Tecton? Where are you based? ZX Specky, Stephen and Will, Carrie's coming summer or a bit earlier? When is summer for you?
Oh.
My summer doesn't start till the winter months.
Do you like a nice...
Don't read into that, by the way.
Do you just like the winter?
I just like the winter. It's winter all year round for me. This is a chieftain.
This is a chieftain.
Gilliam.
Which someday we were doing a really fun stream on Thursday where we were looking at the stargazing tours, and we were looking at the lore behind Sol. And I was flying about and I was just orbiting some planets, and literally somebody said it looked like a squash squirrel flying about. And I couldn't get that out of my head. Like, if you look
it does a little bit, yeah.
See, yeah,
it's like a flying squirrel.
Like a flying squashed squirrel. I quite like that one.
I went to a zoology museum at the weekend, and they had squirrels, and they had kind of, squirrels that they brought in and examined for science, and then put in like formaldehyde or whatever it is, and it does look like that. I can confirm.
You can confirm.
I can confirm.
Especially the two bits at the back, the two fenders.
Oh, yeah, that's the little tail.
This is quick crushed.
By the way, how are you guys doing on the fleet carriers? Not asking when, but is it like doing well with testing? Yeah, they're on track. Really excited to start talking about those and showing them.
Yeah.
Can't in this live stream. MicroWar99 says, any chance of getting a docking queue on small stations so we don't have to spam docking requests? I did see this question earlier. I want to come back to it. It's a great idea. We're going to pass it on to the team. But, we're not allowed to confirm that that's a feature that's going to happen, because we don't decide that, and we also don't have the technical ability to make that happen.
No.
I can do a little bit of, I can do like BB tags on a forum, but I can't really code. so no, nothing from me on that one.
I could do a wee bit of coding, but that was kind of using different engines as I was like going through university.
Sure.
But it was even at that point, I remember I was doing one of my projects. I actually said, I was like, I need a programmer to help me out, and he's like, okay, I'll sort it out in a week.
AVP says, guys, after updating the game in my rings, the FPS began to fall to 5 frames. That doesn't sound good. You should definitely report that on the issue tracker.
Yes. So I'm going to go to it. Right, I've been trying to put it off because I was trying to see if I could find some pirates running about here, but I'm going to have to. Again, I don't have an SRV in this. That was the one thing I forgot to do, and I've selected a mission that needs one. But last time what I did was I stealthily went in, scanned, and flew away.
Nice.
We'll see if I can do that again.
Let's try it. Let's see it.
That's the funnest part.
High energy.
Let's do it.
Tecton is in the USA, Michigan. So we stream every Monday at 12 p.m. UTC, but we also stream every Thursday at 7 p.m. UTC. So it might be early for you here, maybe the other time slot works for you as well. And all of these are recorded, so you can always watch them back should you want to see what we spoke about. Buck Rabbit says his Monday has not deviated from every other Monday I've experienced, but such is life. What? Well, what's a standard Monday for you?
Sunday, Monday, happy days.
I'm not going to sing.
I'm not going to do that.
Don't want to ruin your Monday. Your singing's fine. I think it's mine that's.
I get told to be quiet quite a lot in the office, but I like to be quite cheery. I think like singing kind of pumps you up a wee bit.
People tell you to be quiet.
Yeah, all the time.
Who?
Everyone. Everyone.
I've never heard that, and he sits behind me.
That's because you've always got your headphones on.
Well.
Or you're just good at blocking me out at this point.
No, I do a secret thing with my headphones is that the microphone is on so I can hear what people say.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that why you've got one with a microphone? I thought you.
No,
just
I think it's just
that
the one I had, but tricks. So 11:28 p.m. in Oz, 28 minutes past 1 here in Norway.
Oh, it's quite interesting to see how all the different time zones correlate to where you are, because
crazy that. It's like
just
science.
It's like science in the world, but it's. I always find it dead weird when you're going somewhere else and you have to try and work that out because you're on holiday or something like that, and you always have to work it out when somebody is like messaging you about that, and you're like, "That was here, it's there," and you phone someone and they're like, "It's 2 a.m." It's just crazy.
Colin Ford says, if you can't code, do the devs seem like magicians to you? #LoveADev. Absolutely. The things that they've been able to achieve and can achieve on a daily basis is quite astounding to someone who can't do it but certainly appreciates gaming and games in general. It's amazing.
I think even having an understanding of what they do is like you start to really appreciate them a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. The Honey Thief says, hey Stephen, well, what's for lunch? We're not allowed to talk about that anymore.
We're not doing lunches.
We're sourpusses.
Services. I actually have a really nice lasagna.
No, you're not allowed. You. How dare you?
See?
How dare you?
Brilliant.
Every time we mention a lunch, we get an unlike, a dislike.
It's an unlike. An unlike.
We've mentioned it like 4 times now. So thanks, the Honey Thief.
I know.
How are you doing, the Honey Thief?
What are you having for lunch?
I
You just
haven't
can talk about lunch.
I haven't seen you in ages. But then that's because maybe I haven't been on the live streams in ages.
You've been too busy. Well, basically, Paige and I have been tying him up and putting him in a cupboard.
They've taken over.
We just decided that you had your moment of fame in your spotlight. And that's enough. That's enough for anyone.
Jack Little says, I'm having Ed for lunch on Wednesday, hopefully. That's sinister. Shan says, we'll hate to say this, but I think you need a haircut. I do, actually. It's getting a bit bouffanty. And my hair was wet when I cycled this morning, so... You know, what can you do? Get a haircut is probably the option.
Yeah. You always go to the same person, though.
I do. They give me the will style.
The Will style.
I say, do the will, and he does it. And it's fine. I've got the dentist tomorrow, though. Ew.
Oh, no, I hate going to the dentist.
Yeah.
I think the last time I went, I got 4 fillings. Two in a go, but I hadn't been for like 3 years or something like that. It's ridiculous.
Techton says, are you guys really releasing a new paid expansion in the future? I heard that was a thing. Yes, New Era will be a paid expansion, as we've mentioned on the forum post.
I think I came in a wee bit too far, but I think we can get there. It's not too far away. We've got enough time.
Oh well, what's
getting there.
Things?
So we are always happy for comments on the chat. So it's just taking a bit of time to read them.
Yeah, I'm just going through them.
Good information.
NGRY Mosquito says, hello, are you guys checking the officials forums extensively? I made 2 posts already and followed many, and I don't see any responses from the devs. It really depends on what you're posting. We do follow the forums daily. We're on there. Daily, the dev team are on there. You'll most likely see a comment from Stephen or Paige. But yeah, we do read the forums. We do see what people are up to and saying, hey, show us, let us know what thread you've been commenting on. We can take a look and see what it is. Obviously, I can't say, yeah, we'll respond to that because I don't know what it's about.
Yeah, and there's a lot of comments and threads as well. So we try our best to get to everybody as soon as we can.
Yeah, there are, and then there are just some threads that we won't comment on because it's a discussion between people, and you know, you guys can do that. That's all fine. Right, so heard a rumour that Frontier is providing lunch at the ECM. Does that mean that Will is cooking? I'm allowed to answer that one, right? Because it's...
Are you cooking?
I'm not cooking.
I'm concerned that you're cooking.
No, I'm not cooking. Don't have to worry about that. We are supporting the event, so yeah. The food options look great there. I know we're talking about food again, and I know, you know. So what are you doing? You're gonna...
So you go low. The idea is you go low and you get as close as you can, because the turrets can't hit you if there's something in the way.
Yeah.
So the lower you go, you're nice and down, and then what you can do... Oh,
they are shooting at you.
Never mind. Okay, these seem to have a lot better defences than the other ones that I've tried before.
Maybe you should have zoomed in and then your shields
are down. It's alright, but we're behind. We're behind.
Oh my goodness.
Security, defence. They've got a lot of defence turrets here. This does not look like it's going to turn out well. Let's get out of here. Come on.
I'm reading all these comments while you're...
we're about to die.
Why don't you go in fast, scan, and then out again?
Because I tried to get... I thought going low and getting in and out, it would be okay there, but I don't think we're going to be able to do it, because that was brutal. They had like 6 different turrets on them. Like, there's no chance I was getting out of that one okay. Or alive. So I think we need to go and try and find another bounty mission that doesn't involve me getting blown up to pieces. Or go and get an SRV. Get an SRV attached.
Do you not have an SRV on this?
I don't, but I could try and get one. Well, that was the problem when I picked the mission.
Proper planning, Stephen.
Proper planning. Bring
in an SRV when the first plan doesn't go to plan.
Exactly. When you first fail, try again. Wasn't it?
Well, I believe that is the line.
Don't know if it worked out very well for me, but let's see if we can get another one. Because this is another thing that I've kind of realised, that a lot of the places out here, the bounty missions are quite high.
Sure.
They're like elite for Alliance, so
Yeah.
you got to sort of have some skill behind you. There's a lot of kind of like red zones. But that's only in certain systems. And I was searching for one today before starting the stream, and I couldn't find one, unfortunately. But let's go.
Back to Harvey. We're not going to Harvey.
We're not going back
We're
to
going to
Han.
Han.
Let's go to Handock and see if they've got anything interesting for us, and hopefully be able to repair the ship.
Samoth Infernus says you've got to put your hat backwards.
Oh yeah, because I'm flying. It's like catch 'em all.
When things got serious, that's why.
That's it. When things get serious, the hat goes on. It's when we're really getting into the nitty gritty.
I want to try a hat on.
You want to try my hat
I
on?
want to try a hat on. Maybe not now, but
You sure?
so let's see what I look like with a hat on.
So you can see without the hat, it goes with the t-shirt. It's the same kind of like look,
Looks
doesn't
strange.
it?
I feel like I'm driving a lorry. I feel like I'm driving a Type 9 across the galaxy.
No, that's more of the kind of thinner, like rounded cap kind of things.
Yeah, I think it's less. Yeah.
That's what's going.
Well, it's
So
13 and at Disneyland now.
It does look.
Hi, Mom!
Get the ears up in the back of it. I think we had ears in here earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. More like a plasterer's mate will. Yeah, the guy who turns up while your plasterer's there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who he is. He doesn't seem to be involved in any of the work.
No.
But he's there and he's got like overalls on and they're kind of stained with plaster.
And he's
And he's having a cup of tea, but you don't really know who he is.
No. That's always the creepy kind of guy. You're just like, do you want a cup of tea? He's like, yeah, I'll have one. No,
Who are you again?
Do you know what, that's normally me? My dad's a joiner, so I used to go out and help him sometimes.
So you were the mate.
So I was the dodgy guy that just stood there for like 20 minutes and having a cup of tea and a biscuit, and then I'd just have to like shovel and move some stuff. I was the lackey, as they call it.
Jan Robert, is it me or is it the quality on the YouTube really bad? Also have Twitch up. We've been tweaking things. It should be better.
It should be better.
If it's not, that's good to know.
It is, because we have changed the rate that it goes out at.
Yeah,
So
so
hopefully it should pick up a wee bit better. But sometimes as well, we use restream. So when we were streaming from here, it goes to restream, then it goes to YouTube. So it could be something.
Page is on the case.
Oh.
The stream seems to have auto-selected 480p as the quality. You can change it to 1080p.
That's
60
good.
FPS.
Oh.
YouTube looks as great as does Twitch for me. I'm sure I could make that about us there.
You're gonna try. It just does.
The Honey Thief will. Many of Frontier's open positions ask for relocation to Cambridge. Does this negate hiring staff who would want to commute from London? No, it doesn't. So London is perfectly commutable. There are many people in the office who actually do that, and from surrounding towns that have links to Cambridge. Yeah. I think it's more related to people who live in cities that are far away. Essentially, the roles are based at the studio, so we don't do remote working. So if you're looking for a position at Frontier, it's within the studio itself.
Yeah.
So it's just worth clarifying that one.
Yeah, and I mean, from someone who lives slightly outside the city, the commute can be long, because obviously it's like with England, it's quite wide. It's quite a big way to get about.
Yeah.
So if you sometimes it's nice to have the freedom to go out somewhere. So it's sometimes good to be in London, but also it's good to kind of move in. So it's up to you really if you want to join the Cambridge life.
I knew someone who was commuting from South London.
South London.
Yeah, 2-hour commute.
2-hour commute is insane.
Which, if it works for you, it works for you. It would be very hard to say goodbye to my 5-minute cycle.
Yeah, I know, because I used to stay only like 10-15 minute cycle away,
Yeah.
and now that I've kind of moved away, I do miss the ability just to kind of wake up a wee bit later and go in. But now I know that I'm like, no, I need to get up at this time, or the traffic's going to be quite bad to go in.
Sure, yeah. Stuff by Nick says, talking of commuting, I'll be facing a 5 to 7 hour journey to get down to Cambridge for ECM, but it will be a journey well worth it. Who is going to ECM? Have people got their tickets? Are people unsure if they should go or not? Can I convince you? Any way I can convince you? Because it's a great event.
It is.
It's really fun, and very, very nice. It was my first elite event, I think.
Was it?
I'm trying to think when it came. No, maybe it was my second because I went over to PAX for my first. That's right. So it was my second event, I think, here at Frontier.
One of the things we were actually in. I was on a stream with Shanti, and we were talking about how we decide which events that we go to and where we're going. And again, it's not just us that decide. It's a big kind of collaboration on who goes where and when. And we're always trying to see what's going to be fun and out there to go to. I don't know why that didn't select. But yeah, going to all events is a lot of fun.
Siberian, I want to go. Not got the cash for tickets at the moment. January's a long month. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. What did you do when payday hit? Did you just like release that tension, or did you get something nice for yourself?
I was like, yes, I'm now up to 1p.
I know. I've got a tenner in the bank.
I didn't really celebrate in style because I thought that might be counterintuitive to, you know, if I went out and then went on a splurge of spending money.
Like, it falls away.
Yeah. So there is a link here. I will put it in for people who missed it. So there you go.
Yeah, I think when because I recently moved apartment, I've been spending quite a bit of money like trying to get back and forth. So like in the last week, I was like, please.
Just one more day.
Just one more day. I was just eating chicken and rice until I got that.
I would definitely go, says Daniel Fitzgerald, but I've been too salty about Frontier in the past. I don't know if I'd be welcome. Of course you would be welcome. You know, everyone has their opinions on Elite Dangerous, and all of them are very valid, as long as they're constructive and they're helpful.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can feel whatever way you feel about Elite Dangerous. It's there to be enjoyed in
be a part of
lots of different ways.
I mean, it frustrates me a lot. Really dangerous. Like, I get frustrated when I'm doing things and I do them wrong, or I make a mistake, or I'm like, oh, I've got this. Like, for instance, I've not got the SRV. I'm like, oh.
So yeah.
But that's still because I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. It's not out of any anger or anything. It's just like, oh, this.
I mean, that's human error, though. I mean, that's not really the game's
fault. Of course, but we played Monster Hunter and I did the exact same thing. So it's not the game's fault.
Don't get me started on that one.
That was
that's again human error, though.
2 hours, or was it? Something like that.
Most of these frustrations Stephen's mentioning are human ones.
Yeah.
Ones he's responsible for.
I'm one of those people that likes to have like quite an interest in life by
making
it difficult for myself.
I live the Dark Souls edition of life.
That's exactly it. I like to make life a bit difficult for myself.
Oh, stuff by Nick. I'm talking about my workplace letting me have time off for ECM, not working FDev, although I would like that. I missed the first comment. Will there be any seller stalls with merchandise at the meet? So the guys organising the Elite Community Meet are not us, but I'm sure they have some things there that you can get. There were some keychains in previous ones. I know that the Spider-Man guys often go, so they sell the EDRPG book, and maybe they'll have some news about Elite Battle Cards as well.
What's that? We are Commander Target's last known, and the shipping lane relay to Parsi 7. So I need to get to Parsi 7. Unless they've just scanned me already.
Karumba 10. Crikey, it's Will. Thought he'd gone all reclusive on us. No, I'm still here.
He's still here.
Just finding time to come on a live stream when a Monday is full of meetings is very difficult.
Yeah.
At the minute. So it's always the way though. Start of the year, January, it's always like this. Busy. But yeah, I haven't gone reclusive on you, Karumba. Maybe you, but not the others.
I want to see if there's anyone I can blow up here. Because, it's Alliance Enforcer.
Commander Bear says, will illicit drug smuggling ever be profitable, sort of like in real life? I want to reenact Scarface in space.
I would love to see that. Have you ever going to make a YouTube channel on that?
Yeah,
please let us know, because I would love that if you just sitting there and trying to get it through.
The Honey Thief says, even I'm welcome at community events and I'm a terrible person. I don't know where you got that impression from.
At all.
Where did you, why are you doing this?
Lovely person. One of the
very British, self-deprecating yourself.
Yeah.
No. no.
I think that's more of an English thing. Scottish people don't do that. We're very lovely about ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, modest.
We're very proud.
Modest.
Very proud.
NGRY Mosquito. Though I missed a few many streams, and I'm not sure if anyone has had any questions. What questions are you talking about? Which questions would you like answers to?
Yes, we can always try and answer questions. Why are we going back to we did this earlier, we did the Gandalf voice, didn't we?
Yeah, but off camera, so people don't know what that's about.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Now they're curious.
Mm-hmm. Jack Little says that you are a dear heart and a brick, the honey thief. That's the nice thing he's saying.
Sometimes Jack Little speaks a language I don't understand. But it's sort of an old, antiquated language. That sounds rude, I don't mean it like that. I mean, it's just Shakespearean. I don't know where I'm going, I'll put the shovel away and stop digging. English, yes.
English.
That language.
I speak Scottish. Dogs and cat owners.
I don't even know what you guys are on about.
Just like guys went straight to dogs and cat owners.
Where are we
now? So I'm looking to get to the shipping lane to try and see if I get interdicted to Parsia 7. This is my favourite thing about Elite Dangerous, is at times you fly about, you try and do different things, but it's all to the same goal. It's all going towards my
your influence,
my influence with the alliance.
With the factions, right? I see.
Yes.
Is there a reason you turned your back on? Did you start with Empire, or did you always be Federation?
Oh no, I'm getting interdicted. Oh no, oh no, what am I ever going to do?
Oh, Stephen.
Yeah.
You've been interdicted.
Oh no, whatever shall I do? They're attacking me.
Go for it.
Oh. I need to find him first. I should probably go down the blue.
How strange that this has happened. What a turn of events.
I know. It's like a plan for this.
You better get him now.
I know. If I see if he beats me, I'm going to be very, very embarrassed. I'm not.
Will you ever have a cheese giveaway? But we should probably have a giveaway. Does someone want a paint job?
Does anybody want paint jobs? Anyone?
I think we should give a Frontier Crate Mark II paint job away.
A Crate Mark II? That's a nice
because that one is quite... You can only get that from attending events and from giveaways. So what would you like people to say to get in with a chance for this, Stephen?
I want exclamation mark ECM.
Nice.
Nice. Relevant.
But NGRY or Ngri, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, Ngri Mosquito, you can't buy this one. So yeah, pop in the chat, exclamation mark ECM, and we'll choose a winner from across all of the channels to win the Crate Mark II, the Frontier Crate Mark II paint job. It's a nice paint job, nice orange and black one. So part of you is disguised in space, the other is not.
So this
You've got this. Look at this. You've got cannons on this?
Yeah, so I decided previously, what I had one beam laser, which drained my battery quite a bit, well, my power quite a bit. And then I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it into a pulse laser and then just get like a load of cannons so that when this happens, when I finally get the shields down, it then just becomes like butter.
Bam.
Like that.
Nice job.
Boom. So
you've come far.
I've got better, but thank you, Master Sensei. So basically, what I was hoping for is that I want to try this out again. This is just developing, trying different skills of what we're doing, and I know there's a lot of veteran pilots out there who have different loadouts that they're really happy with. We also have some obviously newcomers as well that I want to try and experiment some of these out for. So I kind of know. So I'm going for the multi-cannons, 3 cannons. So we just kind of really blow stuff up. But the pulse laser, now I think it took a wee bit too long to get that shield down. I'd like
so
something
you need to what about engineering?
So I have not got any engineering because I wanted to get some mining and exploring done first so I can get all the minerals for it.
Sure.
But I am going to start to look towards that now once my reputation, my influence just now.
There are some materials floating around.
Yeah, I'm going to go grab them, I think.
Because at least you're then collecting some.
Yeah. So I am cordial at the moment.
Sure.
So if I could get a wee bit more along with them, get a good couple of missions, save a bit of money, I can then get that.
This stuff will be useful for later.
I just need to get my...
Just nice and slow. Do you have limpets with you? No.
I don't have any limpets. I do need to get some collector limpets. I had a great time with them when I was doing the Hot Mess stream. That was a lot of fun.
So the 1 more minute, and we will select a winner for the Crate Mark II Frontier paint job.
Nice.
Frontier Crate Mark II paint job. Paint job, the Frontier Crate Mark II one.
How many tapes?
Don't know which. I can't remember the string or the name of it. Is it Frontier Crate Mark II paint job? I think.
Oh, I went too fast. See.
Saffron says old school collecting. I remember when it was the only way to collect things in the game.
I actually. That takes a lot longer. Obviously, see, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's
6.
a lot.
There's a lot.
I mean,
around.
maybe bring some limpets next time.
Next time I'll
speed
bring
it up.
limpets. But this is another thing. It's because I want this ship to be kind of like an all-rounder.
Nice.
So I actually find it quite enjoyable just sitting and collecting them on my own. See if I can do them.
Then you accidentally miss it and it like
and then
smashes into you. 1984 Elite did lots of collecting back then.
It's just
With practice, it's easy to scoop manually.
no skill like the old school.
I just do limpets because it's easy, but I appreciate that. It's quite fun. It's just because there you go, got it. Nice. So
We should do like a challenge to see how many of these, like who can like catch them the quickest.
Can you use limpets? Right, I'm picking a winner now. Here we go.
Look at that one. I didn't even hold on to that. Did anyone see that? I was just sitting doing it with a joystick. I was like,
No one saw it.
good speed. Nobody's watching me.
Yeah. They're all anxiously waiting to see who wins.
Who wins their
Condo Rig on Twitch.
Hey.
Condo Rig, congratulations.
Clap, 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 clap.
So all you need to do, Condo Rig, all we want you to do is email us in at community@frontier.co.uk saying, hey, I won the paint job. And we'll get that over to you as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. See, Paige is going to be raging when she's watching this because she always tells me to go collect the stuff and I never do it.
Oh, so I've just done it. In the other ones, you're like, nah. But today. But that's going to be useful because when you start engineering, you'll already have some stuff.
A bunch of different things. So that's me now got it all. Now I just need to go hand in this bounty to somebody nearby. And then that's it. Let's go to Edison Survey and see if we can get that and do that. But that's it. I think we've done quite well there. Yeah,
because Zach says here, for more efficient collecting, you can use the contacts tab to see which good materials are there and target them more easily. I mean, yes, if you're after
specific,
but if you, like Stephen, are just collecting everything, then there's many ways.
Because as you saw, they did time out. So that's the other thing as well. If there's specific ones that you really, really want, you can kind of go do that there. So I've got a good Redden Altmare commander. Said, Steve, small suggestion, pulse lasers have a very low fall-off value. You may want to close in a little. That's a good point. Maybe get a wee bit closer and pull in for that stuff, so that'd be awesome.
The Honey Thief says, Will, if I had an idea for stuff and things, should I email you? You absolutely should.
Yeah.
And that goes to anyone. That goes to anyone. Anyone who has ideas, things that they might need support on, anything like that, please contact us at community@frontier.co.uk.
Yeah, we're always happy to at least acknowledge support, and if you see the newsletter that we do, we always try and highlight different things that people are doing. So this could be some screenshots, which we're also doing with the Stellar Stellar screenshots as well. So we've got all these kind of stuff, and it's great for us because we want to like highlight that, show it off. So as much as you guys want to need help or just to discuss things with us, we're always happy to do that. I saw a really cool banner from a group from a Russian group showed me really cool banners that they designed and everything like that, and that was really cool to see that stuff. And happy with that.
Well, Angry Mosquito, the clever people will put it both on the forums and emails to say, hey, I posted more details here on the forums.
Yeah. And you can also email it. You can also direct messages on the forums as well.
Yeah, direct message and Discord. Bear in mind, if you message me on Discord, hopefully I'll see it. There's a backlog.
You've got so much. You've got so
I've gone
many
through
ideas.
it, but it's just finding time to go through all the messages.
Yeah, there's a lot.
There you go.
We're almost there. And we got the winner done, so that's awesome. And I think we're looking for a nice week ahead as well.
We've got a nice week ahead, yeah. Last week of January. Oh,
it's last week of January.
Moving very fast. It's moving very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Where did 2019 go?
I have no idea, but we do have a couple of interesting things happening in February. We have the 24-hour live stream, which we'll be doing in tandem with Game Blast to raise money. And
so yeah, we'll be kind of. We've already kind of announced our plans for it, but we'll be sort of re-announcing what we're doing when you can tune in for our 24-hour live stream, which historically we've done in December. We're actually doing it in partnership with Game Blast this year. Mm-hmm. So that's going to be exciting. We've been working on that stuff. Yeah. So that's across all of our games, so not just Elite Dangerous, but Jurassic World Evolution, Planet Zoo, and Planet Coaster. Yeah. So hey, we're gonna have another game to talk about in the 24-hour live stream, which is Planet Zoo.
Oh
we
yeah,
we hadn't
had that before.
Hadn't had that before, so it's another game to be part of that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Tecton just got ED recently, actually great so far. The potential is crazy too. Only thing I would make better is the faction starts where players form rivalries with other factions early on. And yeah, some appreciation of the FSS changes. Can I just quickly say thanks for the change to the FSS that you brought in January? Maybe a couple of tweaks needed, but it's still a massive improvement generally. That's good to hear. We'll pass that feedback on. Just out of interest, what sort of tweaks would you be looking for in that? I've asked that with very little time before the stream ends, so you've got about 4 minutes to get over.
4 minutes to get.
So you've done the mission.
That's me.
Was it a mission?
So it was a mission. I just need to go back to the other space to hand in. What?
Did you plan that?
I'm going to say
Look
yes.
at this. ECM there. It's in the subliminal messages.
The subliminal messages. It's like, so we get people to keep on going. I was actually just handing in the bounty that I can here, which then I can go get the rest of them, and then I'll go back to the other station and get it sorted, because I still need to go back and collect my payment for my kill.
So you've achieved a decent amount here. You've got one.
I got one.
The station. Maybe you need to.
I need to get an SRV.
So bring an SRV back for that one.
If I get an SRV, because last time it was the station that I went to previously, it was on stream with Paige. I was able to fly down, scan, and get away without a problem. Mm-hmm. But I think the issue was that this had like 6 turrets. I think it was like heavily armoured. So next time, what I'll do is I'll make sure that I have an SRV, can I sneaky in? Sneaky, grab the information and go. But that's the fun thing about when you get a new ship as well, whenever you do any of the activities. My main mission right now is I want to get a starport that is mine, like my own place to kind of call home, so that I can get my SRV there, but I can leave it there if I don't want it. Sure. So say if I decide that I want to go do anything else, I want to do some mining, and I was like, oh, I need more cargo space, I could just go and swap out one of my modules for the cargo space. And that's the plan just now, so that's why I've not bought any stuff just yet. I've tried to do simple, kind of raise money, jump into different systems, do a couple of missions, and then find a place called home. That's what we all really want in life, isn't it? Just a place called what's happening on Thursday? So this Thursday we have a really exciting live stream. We are going to be playing with a virtual reality headset for the first time on live stream. Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, it was something that was heavily requested. I know last year people were like, we want you to play VR. So we've got it all set up, so we're ready. And this Thursday we'll be playing at 7 p.m. UTC. I think it's you and Paige. Yep. I opted out because I don't want to be sick. Yeah. So we're going to be able to do that. So if you want to check that out, head over to our YouTube, Mixer and Twitch channels at 7 p.m. UTC on Thursday. We will be really looking forward to seeing you, and hopefully, I'm not driving. I don't think I'm going to make Paige drive because I don't want to throw up in the first VR.
Well, this is so it's worth mentioning. Not all of it makes me sick. It's the SRV that makes me really sick.
Yeah.
And what you have in store as well, yeah.
Yes, and Commander Mass Game ECC is right. We will be having a special guest and featuring some of the fantastic Malik VR, and we're really looking forward to that. So please join in and come and check it out.
Yeah, and that's all we have time for, guys. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Thursday.
See you Thursday, guys.
Bye.
Bye.